it's your boy DJ Wolf here. I cut the music. It's rare. It's very rare that I'm on my gig and I'm reading the news that Don Rickles, who was of 90 years of age, has passed away after being in show business for 7 decades. Wow. It brought a tear to my eye. It really did. I mean, this dude was one of the funniest white comics. Well, he was one of really one of the funniest comics I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. He was really one of the funniest comics I've ever seen. I'm talking about laugh out loud funny. Very, very few comics ever made me laugh as hard as Don Rickles. Very few. I kid you not. I don't know and honestly, and I ain't knocking down my brothers or sisters or whatever, but I don't know most black comedians I know that make me laugh as hard as Don Rickles. I'm not kidding. I mean, I really mean that. But I mean it with all sincerity and all love, man. It was just something about his delivery, his timing, his pitch, everything, man. This dude was a monster of a comedian. He was a comedian's comedian. If you study him, he could teach you more about comedy than you know. He was that good. He was that funny. He was that brilliant. He was that witty. Fast, quick quips, man, and deliveries are just like, it was just amazing. It was amazing to watch this guy. Even as he got older, he was just as funny and just as sharp wit. He really was. And one of the real first he was, as far as I'm concerned, he was the first, I would say right along with Bob Hope. But I'll say Bob Hope too, but fellow homeboy by the way, he's from Cleveland too. Well, he grew up in Cleveland. He was actually born in England, but that's another story. But Rickles actually was one of the insult comics. He was the original insult comic that actually really honed it and refined it. And he was he was the master at it. I'm telling you, he was the master at what he did in comedy. Nobody did it better. I can honestly say that. I grew up watching Don Rickles from the time I was a little boy. And I've seen him on TV shows and films and talk shows, and he's always been fire when it comes to his comedy. Always. On top of his game. He's funny as hell. I mean, funny. I saw him in a movie one time. Who was it? Artie Lang, and I forgot the other guy's name. What's that guy? Other comic name. But anyway, it was I forgot the name of the movie. It was a really funny movie. He was in it. He happened to be in it. It was an all-star cast. But anyway, it was a very funny comedy. And Rickles, I guess they did he had a cameo in the film, and he went in. Artie Lang, man, he was just, I mean, it was back in the 90s, man. I mean, he tore him a new one as far as comedy, insult, man. I mean, he was just, he roasted that shit out of Artie Lang, man. It was funny as hell, and I was like, wow, that was at the time still classic Rickles, man. I'm telling you. He did a show that was on for a couple of seasons called CPO Sharky, man. And he went in on that show every week, man. I'm surprised that it actually got canceled. But he was that good. I mean, he was going in. He did I think they were actually taping the show, and I think either he came in on them or they came in on Carson. And I think they came in on him in the middle of the tape of his show, and he went in. He was roasting. He was just going in, man. And the thing about Don Rickles is offensive to a fault, but you knew that it was all from love. It was something about the way he did his comedy. His brand of comedy really, I mean, could have been a little bit offensive if you took it that way, But many people that I've seen over the years, including even Chris Rock and others, have always admired and praised his comedy genius. And I'm me for real. I mean, I'm telling you, I think a lot of the stuff that we do in comedy, including black comedy, some of that actually did come from Rickles. I can actually say that. I know some people, oh no, that's not true. That's not true. You know, some of it did. Let's be real. Rickles was a genius at what he did, man. I mean, he would just go in and have you laughing at yourself. You know, that's the kind of comic he was. He would go in on you and have you cracking about your own self. You know, he was just a beast of a comedy. He will go down as a legend. You know, no doubt, no doubt. I can honestly say on a serious note, he really was one of my favorite comics, man. And a fellow serviceman who served in World War II. So I gotta give my best man salute to Don Rickles, man. One of the greatest comics of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Definitely top flight. One of the top flight greatest comics of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Top flight. No doubt. No doubt. It's DJ Wolf. May do a live show tonight. I don't know. I need to. I did one a few days ago. Actually, I'm surprised I got a lot of hits on it. So thank you for listening. I wish I had more comment to say that night, but I guess I was kind of tired. I was running around all weekend. I actually attended 2 dinners. Well, one was a dinner and one was a birthday celebration for my wife. And one was a breakfast. I'm sorry. One was a church related breakfast, and the other one was a celebration with my wife on her birthday that week. That was Saturday. So this kind of wore me out. So by the time I got on the mic Sunday night, it was like, and then I was trying to sell some of my equipment on eBay because I'm trying to do some upgrades. I think for the most part, my upgrade on that is done. There's one other thing. I'm going to upgrade my DJ stuff because I'm going to sell some of my DJ stuff too. So that's coming. But otherwise, another live show this week. I'm hoping to have it launched out by Saturday. If not tomorrow, and by tomorrow night. Stay tuned. But I just had to give my tribute into Don Rickles, because Don Rickles really was one of a kind comic, man. He was one of the best at it. Mr. Warmth. Toast to you, buddy. Rest in heaven. It's DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say. I got more to say about this and other stuff on the back burner. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching me on YouTube. And subscribing to me on Facebook and Twitter. Talk to you later.